I'm at the US-Mexican border, but I finished up last month. I'm in Tecate and I'm gonna run through Mexico all the way down to Central America. It's gonna be tough here, but anything's possible in life when you have the determination. 6 or 7 months running across the States and Canada. Anytime I mentioned anybody that I was going to Mexico next, be it in a restaurant or anywhere, it was always a laughing matter amongst a group of people. They'd say, "Oh, no, we'll pay for your lunch. You'll need that for your bail money when you go to Mexico." Everybody thought that was an original joke, but I kept hearing it. Everybody said, "Don't go." The Irish embassy said, "Don't go." And then when I contacted the Mexican embassy in San Diego and I asked, "What's the situation about this? Is it safe?" And before you say don't go, I'm probably going to go anyway. So they said, "Don't worry, Senor Mangan, we are so happy that you're going through our particular area of Mexico, the Baja Peninsula, and you will have an escort." Now, I was delighted when I heard this. One reason was because, well, I'd be safe, but another reason was I wouldn't have to push my car to Nirvana if I was getting an escort, and I'd have all the water I could drink having an escort. That was the advantage of that also. I sat at the border for 2 hours while I was waiting to cross at the predetermined time, 10 a.m. Till the escort was ready for me. I sat there, and what was I going to do? I was worried that I might not get through there, but this is my desire to do this was so strong. Yes, foolishly, probably I was putting myself in danger, but I actually cried my eyes out because I wondered, would that be my last day on earth, my last week? All I found was hospitality, and so there was a lot of. I came to the conclusion regarding Mexico, and all the way down through the mainland as well. There's a lot of negative publicity, and I want to say propaganda coming from the States and Canada, and I don't know where that initiated. I know there were some social problems, but I got the impression that it was exaggerated. There were many challenges in Mexico. Many people don't realize how big it is, but it's more or less the same distance as across the states, the southern states, from Florida to say to California, 2,500 miles, 4,000 kilometers. So I started off running through the Baja Peninsula, which somewhere in the center took me through Baja Desert for about, I think, about a week and a half. I was running through there, and temperatures at one stage reached around about 50 degrees Celsius. I guess I'm not very good at taking on liquids. I don't drink a sufficient amount, and a couple of times I learned some lessons. I actually became dehydrated, and I knew because my urine was brown, to be honest with you, rusty nail brown as I call it, and so I obviously was concerned. I didn't know if I was doing myself permanent damage, but so I was running pretty close to the bone, I guess. So the people that I was with rather than me insisted that I went to hospital and that happened twice for drips. So after a rest day I was fine, and just wanted to run again. Actually, one of the days, the second time it happened, I was really worried, and then as soon as the doctor assured me, "Oh, you'll be fine," my concern was to get back to where I finished that afternoon, and I actually did that. I was planning on the hospital bed, how I would get back. So I went back and I waited for the sun to go down, the heat to cool off for around about 6 p.m. And I started running again, and shock, I discovered despite all the drip that you had that afternoon and what you drank in the afternoon while you were waiting for the sun to go down, you're a bit dehydrated again. So that particular day, I think I was out in the middle of nowhere. I think I had something like 20 kilometers, about 12 miles or so to go to the town I planned to stay in that night. I actually decided to walk. So I walked and arrived very late that day.
I'm having a good time here, running in Sonora State in Mexico. I'm being well taken care of by the tourist secretary for the state, Los Angeles Verdes, the police, and the civil defense. And everybody in Mexico, thank you so much. You're helping make my dream come true. Today, so far, I've run 44 kilometers. I think I'm gonna do another 11. I'm feeling strong. I may not look strong, but I am. I'm holding a lot back, and it's hot, but bearable. Not too much. I guess maybe 35 degrees. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Sonora. Muchas gracias, Mexico. Muchas gracias, Aiden, my friend. And muchas gracias, everybody that helped me.
My daily routine varied, to be honest with you, and as I mentioned, when I was running through Mexico for about half my time there, I had an escort, so it depended on them. If they were up and willing to go at 4 in the morning, so was I, and often these escorts were so enthusiastic. They were knocking on my door at 3:30, ready to go, and Tony was still in bed, asleep. So it was great to always to get the day off to a good start. And often I had 50 kilometers done before lunch or very early in the day, and I felt, especially if the day was overcast, that one seriously hot day was defeated by an early start. But I have to be honest, I never had a problem getting up in my life, in real life, early in the morning. But since this run has begun, I have serious problems, and so it varied. And often some of the escorts were not available till 7, 8, and so obviously then I was heading out into heat. So I just had to deal with the hand that was dealt to me. Every day was different.
I'm feeling very good. I don't know if I look good, but I'm running smart, because there's no point in me running 10 kilometers an hour. It's better to run 7.5 or 8.
And you're a brave, very brave runner. Very brave runner.
I'm living my dream. Today, Jose Luis, as you know, we met many wonderful people, and they gave us some food and sodas, and most of all, they gave us their friendship. And I love Mexico. I'm loving running through Baja. It's wonderful, and I recommend people to come here for a holiday.